Spain! It's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be... Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, and good morning, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Nice, bright and early this morning. What is it? It's not even 11 o'clock, and we're here 10:50 to be precise. And what time did I schedule this for? 10:50. So what does that tell you? I was on time. Great start to the day as well, says Jason Collins. I don't think you can say fairer than that, can you? Last night, just to quickly, briefly go on it, really relaxed about it. I mean, it's actually since, I think Opta did a stat where they said it's the most touches or shots in an opposition box since forever. So yeah, a bit of a mad one, just one of them nights, but as a spectacle, as a cup tie, it was all right. It was all right. So yeah, I enjoyed it. But listen, Leeds United, we're not going to win the cup. I'd have liked a cup run, but we're not going to get one, which is totally fine. All focus on the league. More so, all focus on the transfer window, which shuts this Friday. We're waking up this morning, it's Wednesday. We have a full 24 hours today, and of course, Thursday, and then the window shuts on Friday at 11 p.m. Of course, you will be able to track all the transfer window all the way through on the Just Joe Football Show. Listen, I'm not going to get into debates with you in the chat. Get over it. We lost 1-0. Chill. I'm already over it. Please try and do the same. Paul Bishop says, now then, mate, I hope you're doing well. Damar Facey says, Luke Thomas, it'd be great if that one was next, because straight away, the main issues I find for us are in the fullback areas, although I do think Jamie Shackleton played really well last night. Just, yeah, both areas of the pitch need improving. And, you know, we've done that. We've done that with Jed Spence. Obviously, Jed Spence was announced. Was announced this morning. I think they'd have announced him last night had we have won. But because we never won, they were like, we'll save it till morning. We'll let them sleep. And hopefully they've woke up in a better mood. Could see in the chat some of you still are pissed off about it. But yeah, I'm in a much better mood. Let me just... I was in a decent mood last night. I thought we played really well. That's the mad thing. Like, I know we don't want to get beat, but sort of like pre-season game-wise and looking at the players and the structure and how they were building up, there was a lot of positives to take from it. Look, we know we needed a striker, right? We know we needed a striker. And we've bought one, and we've bought the best in the league. So if that's a league game, we win the game. We win the game because we have a striker in Joel Pirro who knows where he needs to be. There was a number of occasions where Alex Cairns made good saves, and he was great last night. He made 3 decent, very good saves, and he kept putting him into a dangerous area, but there was no striker there. If that's Joel Pirro, he's jogging on the spot, ready to tap it in the back of the net. That's what he gives you. You know, you've only to look at the goal that he scored against Ipswich, who hadn't been undefeated, by the way, who hadn't been beaten, in 21 games. Cine has a shot at goal. Who's there to tap it in? Joel Pirro. So the club have rectified that. Had we have not signed a striker, I guess you could be willing to go into meltdown saying, we need a striker. All these shots on goal. No finish. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But the facts are, we have signed one. And so if he'd have played last night, we win the game. Some of the penalties, I mean, Rutter's penalty was abysmal. I'm almost as well... Mellier's number 1, because Darlow wasn't great last night. He was not great last night. His distribution wasn't great. He probably should have done better from the first goal, but so should have Strauch. Maybe even try stop the cross. And that penalty save was abysmal. I don't know what happened there. He had his arms open like this, and it went straight through. It was bad. And then obviously he dived like way out of his line, for when he saved the last penalty, obviously, and it had to be retaken. So how's your mental state and their player found the back of the net? Right, okay. So let's first of all go to the the news that Jed Spence has signed. Let's just have a look what's been said on the Leeds United website. So I'm just going to share the screen there. Look, so Leeds United signed Jed Spence on loan from Tottenham Hotspur. He joins the Whites. We are delighted to announce the signing of Jed Spence from Premier League side Tottenham Hotspur. The fullback moves to Ellen Road on a season-long loan deal, becoming the club's 6th summer arrival. After coming through the ranks with Fulham's academy, Spence moved to Middlesbrough in 2018, and he went on to make 70 appearances during his time at the Riverside over the next 4 years. He then went to go spend the 21-22 campaign on loan at Forest after a fallout with Warnock, and he made 50 outings for the Reds in all competitions, playing a key role in Steve Cooper's side when they won promotion via the playoffs. Following the conclusion of his loan at the City Ground and after being named in the EFL and PFA Championship Team of the Year, Tottenham Hotspur moved to secure his services from Middlesbrough for an undisclosed fee. Spence made 6 appearances for Spurs before joining French Ligue 1 side Stade Rennais back in January, who he helped to a 4th place finish. Obviously, then he linked up with Rodon, who's now at Leeds United. On the international stage, Spence has been capped 6 times at under-21 level for England after making his debut in March 22. The 23-year-old now links up with former Spurs and Rennais teammate Joe Rodon at the Whites, who is also on a season-long loan from Spurs. Could make his debut in Saturday's Sky Bet Championship fixture with Sheff Wednesday at Ellen Road. Here's a question for you then, and we'll put a poll. Does Spence start on Saturday for you? I'm not too sure. Please make sure you pay your rent and smash a like on the video. I'm just going to start a poll. Just put that in. So I've put that poll. If you want to just vote in that poll, and we'll have a little chat about it, because I'd like him to, but he hasn't played many games. It's not. But then again, nor had Rodon. Maybe he does. I'd like him to. Just let me say that. But I'm just a little bit. I'm not sure if he will. But I'd definitely like him to. He probably would. Yeah, maybe. Because Pirro did. But the thing is, Pirro'd already played 4 games. Jed Spence hasn't yet. But Farke's already shown he'll throw people straight in there. So I still think Ayling might start, though, as much as that'll do people's head in. But I think, yeah, it's a good point, Mr. Dodo. 5 days. 5 days. Probably came in yesterday. Training for the first time today. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. 3 training sessions. Yeah. He didn't start Rodon, though. He didn't start Rodon. Rodon came on, if you remember, as a sub-striker. He didn't start Rodon. But yeah, it's just a discussion point. Let me just say, I would prefer Spence to start, because I know I'm a Luke Ayling apologist, but yeah, no. We I think we're looking to Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas seems to be the one, and there was a lot of reports last night on the Leicester side of things that the deal was done. So hopefully it is. Hopefully it is done. And he comes in and bolsters that left-hand side, because Leo was found wanting again a few times. I also don't think he's the best going forward. This shows the reactionary nature of football Twitter and football in general, that people were trying to say he was good in the pre-season, which, I always maintained he wasn't. I think he got beaten a bit too easily. But yeah, look. We move. I think they'll sell him. I think they'll sell Cody Drama as well. I think both. It depends though how bad Sam Byram's injury is. If Sam Byram's not going to be out a while, Firpo's not going to leave soon, is he? So you'd imagine they'll be happy to let Hjelde go if Byram's going to be back soon, and then we have Firpo to come back, hopefully only till January, and then he's sold because he'll be fit. But we'll wait and see. Byram, he discussed him last night. You've just reminded me, Jamie. Yeah, he mentioned him, didn't he? After the international break, so he'll not be fit for Saturday, but he will be back for the international break. So that's fine then, isn't it? So you can probably move Leo on. Because if you do bring Luke Thomas in before the weekend, and he goes straight in, you have got like Shackleton as backup just for that one game. And then on the right side, you've got Spence and you've got Ayling just for that one game. And then by the time we play again, you'll then have Byram and Luke Thomas. If Luke Thomas is indeed the one, because listen, look at Kamara. We were told Kamara was done by not just by Twitter ITKs, Fabrizio Romano said it as well. Where is he? He was supposed to be getting a flight. Still not here. Still not here. Anthony says, watching from a coffee shop in Amsterdam. What kind of coffee shop, broski? Both. You having a coffee and a doobie? Best way to start the day for you, Anthony, eh? Good man. I believe that Leicester ITK, mate, because he was the one that mentioned it before anyone else did. But we'll wait and see, won't we? We'll wait and see. But Jed Spence is in the door. There's no believing there. He's in the door. His numbers are pretty special for his time at Nottingham Forest, to be honest. I think he's going to help create a lot of chances. I think he offers us so much more than Luke and Shaq and whoever plays on the right side going forward. He's just a better all-round player. His recovery speed is insane. So he just improves that right-hand side. And you know, with Nonto, whoever's there, it's going to be good. You know, I thought Nonto last night was really good. As was Somerville. That's what I mean. I don't really think there was overly bad performances apart from maybe the defence and the goalkeeper, but that's just a running theme, isn't it? But yeah, the team's improving, and the exciting thing is, as a Leeds fan, is we're not done there. We're not done there because we need a left back. I think we're going to get 2 centre midfielders, and I think we get a number 10. That's where it looks like it's going. The Paintsel one's gone really quiet. Amiri, we know, is off anyway. Feck him. But the thing is, with the Kamara being like 20th choice or whatever, Kamara surely at this point is going to go to another club because we're getting closer to the window. So I'm not sure I agree. Because Kamara and his agent must be going, well, we can't wait around forever, Leeds. We'll go to Middlesbrough. I think they were interested. We'll go to wherever. There was other clubs in the Championship interested. It's a bit like we're mugging him off. Look how we've reacted to Amiri. I almost feel a bit sorry for Kamara because he's getting mugged off. If indeed he is just sat waiting to see if Leeds United can get other targets first. Yeah, Mark, exactly. I think it is because look, we've seen last night. We've seen last night that Daniel Farker doesn't have faith in Lewis Bate, doesn't have faith in Darko JB, because none of them came on. None of them came on last night. Sam Greenwood was brought on. So it's clear we need 2 midfielders really to do what they can do and rotate. When all Leeds United had a bid put in for Kenny McLean, 4 million, was rejected. Kenny McLean didn't play last night. We've got Matt O'Reilly, who we've also bid for. I think it's been knocked back. I think that might be a little bit too expensive, but you've got Matt O'Reilly. You've got the Batista Mendy, which I think is well out of our price range and won't happen. Kenny McLean won, Glenn Kamara won. There's been another guy mentioned from Bulgaria today as well by a few sources, actually one from ITV. The guy says, I have it on pretty reliable information that we're after this guy. I forget his name off the top of my head, but I will get it up. But yeah, so there's they're not stopping there. But just on Jed Spence, just to round off, Championship playoff winner. He was in the Championship team of the season, PFA Championship team of the season, Championship player of the month on a number of occasions, young player on the month as well, and Championship goal of the month for March as well. If you haven't seen that goal from outside the box, it's pretty special. And Leeds United, just like going and getting Joel Pirro, the best striker, they've gone and got someone who was exemplary in Nottingham Forest's promotion to the Premier League, and it's really smart business. Forest Fan TV says, "Congrats, what a player Spence is. We love him." There you go. So that's straight from the horse's mouth. It's really good, really good business currently by Leeds United, and we're really shaping up for a push at promotion. If we don't go up, I'll be disappointed. The team that we're building with the manager that we've got. I don't look too much into the start because, as I said, Middlesbrough were in the bottom three. When Carrick came in, they finished third. Look where Nottingham Forest were when Steve Cooper came in, they got promoted. So don't read too much into league position right now. The international break, as boring as they are, Bob, they can be used, and it's a good time it's come for Leeds, because what it means is when we come back, that first game after the international break, that first 11 is going to be it's the it's, it's going to be sick in it. Let's be real. It's going to be great. Melly goals, Spence, Rodon, Strauch, hopefully Luke Thomas, Ampadu Gray, or maybe even someone to rest Gray for a little bit. Although I don't even think you take Gray out currently because he was excellent again last night. Then if Cini, if he's still here, new number 10, or it might be Somerville. I don't mind Somerville picking it up in central spaces, to be honest, but we do need a specialist number 10. Left, Cini, right, Nonto, Pirro up top. You've got Rutter. You've got many numbers. There's noise that Leeds would be willing to listen to offer for Rutters if we recoup the 35 million we spent. I don't think we'll get anywhere close to that, and I don't think anyone will pay that. And I don't think Leeds United will take a big loss on him either. So we'll have to wait and see. Jamie says for put a Roma, I doubt it, mate. They've already had Rasmus and Laurenti, and they're getting hooked at half time. Surely they're not gonna come in and take some more of our duds, if we're being totally honest. I don't see it happening. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the news stories. This is a player that's been mentioned on a few occasions now without there actually being proper meat on the bones, but I've seen him mentioned a few times. It is, of course, Stoke left back Josh Tymon. Swansea have made a 1.5 million bid for the defender, and if he is available at that price, Leeds have got to move. This is an opinion piece, but I have seen him mentioned a few times, Josh Tymon. I think, I'm not too sure on the validity of the story, to be honest, and as I say, it looks like it is more of an opinion piece. It does say in this piece here, this is the Matt O'Reilly piece, former playmaker who can play in the 10, 8/10, obviously played under Big Ange, who's working wonders at Spurs currently. And Leeds United have seen a bid rejected for Celtic technician Matt O'Reilly, but are expected to go back in for the playmaker before Friday's deadline. MK Dons picked him up for just 1.5 million. And the Scottish Sun are reporting this week that Celtic have rejected an offer from Leeds, but the Whites are expected to go back in for the midfielder. Postecoglou is a big fan after working with him at Celtic. Listen, I don't know much about this guy. I'm not going to, you know me, I'm not going to spin you a yarn and say, oh, he'll do this, he'll do that, because I don't have enough knowledge of the man. But I can only go off people's reactions and what people have said about him as the player. And people are very, very excited by this. I know there's a few people in the comments who think it might be a little bit too pricey, and that may prove to be the case. But Leeds United are definitely in the hunt for a creative midfielder, and Matt O'Reilly could fit that. This is a one who's again, it's probably really one that you're not massively excited about. It is Kenny McLean, but in terms of what he has done in the Championship so far, I don't think anyone's covered as much ground as Kenny McLean, and you can see why Daniel Farke would be interested in him. Kenny McLean wasn't involved last night for Norwich. I don't even think he was on the bench, if someone can fact check that for me. I don't think he was involved or even in the squad, and it makes you wonder if they've removed him from the squad because they expect another offer. If Kenny McLean's been asked to removed, I don't think he's that type of player though, and probably we would have heard reports. But it was reported a couple of days ago when we were apparently already signed Glenn Kamara that we'd put a bid in for Kenny McLean around about 4 million. So it'd be interesting to see if Leeds go back in there. Obviously, Daniel Farke knows him from his time at Norwich. He's tried and tested. And as I said here, look, according to an update on Sky Sports on Monday night, Leeds have seen a 4 million bid for McLean rejected. Will we go in for one? Potentially. He's made 97 appearances in the competition. This season, he's started all 4 of Norwich's league matches, averaging 1.8 tackles and 1.3 clearances per match, showing that the Canaries are clearly keen to retain his services. And I did see a stat, I think it was Leeds that might have put it up, that in terms of ground covered, he was right up there. I don't think he's too old, Nipper. I think if Daniel Farker fancies that, then we've got to give him the tools that he thinks will improve us. Hello, mate. Says Rayan loves anime. Sean Healy, it might be pricey, but would we go in for Dyer? No. And why would you want him? Why would you want Eric Dyer? Sean, that is wild. Why would you want Eric Dyer? That's a mad one. He's shit. I know he's been offered to Bayern Munich. He's shit. He spat his dummy out as well because he didn't get the captaincy. What would Eric Dyer offer Leeds United? There's a reason why. There's a reason why he isn't starting in an Ange side. He ain't great on the ball. Just because he can play two positions, he's terrible. I don't rate him. That's a wild statement. But there you go. Thank you for the super chat, though, Sean. As always, my guy. But yeah, no. Even if it was a realistic, even if he was good, Leeds United are not going to be able to bring Eric Dyer to the Championship. That's definitely not something that Leeds United could make happen. Apparently, Leeds United are considering tabling a bid for Viking defender David Bricalo, who's also wanted by a number of clubs in Europe. This is another transfer story that's just coming out. So the media outlet reported on Tuesday that a 5.5 million offer appears to be on the cards for the Slovenian centre-back. The source has over 11,000 followers on Facebook. I'm not too sure about that one then. Do you think Leeds United really want to go in for another centre-back? I'm not sure. I would say he's not better on the ball. Personally. But we'll see, innit? We'll see. But the conversation's moot anyway because he's not gonna. He might be on his way to Bayern Munich. I just don't think you would want Eric Dyer. But anyway, we move. But yeah, Bricalo, I can't see Leeds being in for another centre-back, to be honest. We're still waiting on Ayo Tanaka. Obviously, Ayo Tanaka was reports yesterday over the last 24 to 48 hours that Tanaka had picked up an injury, and then he's now good to go. So will we look at him again potentially? But yeah, Leeds United don't need another centre back for me. We've got 4 at the club, 3 that are fit. Luke Ayling could go in there if need be. There's other areas of the pitch that Leeds need to build before spending money on a centre back for me, especially one at 5.5 million. If you're spending 5.5 million on a centre back, then he's a starter. If he's a starter, who's he coming in ahead of? Because Strauch, for me, has been great this season. He's already up there in the Championship for most progressive passes and most progressive carries. So his numbers are totally fine. And Joe Rodon's got a wealth of experience. For me, Leeds United don't need to spend 5.5 million on a centre-back who's not going to start. We have got centre-backs, but the quality there is too low, says Dimpka. That's incorrect, mate, for me. As I said, Pascal Strauch, in terms of progressive carries and progressive passes, he's up there with the best in the division currently. Them two as a centre-back partnership are totally fine for this division. We don't need another centre-back, especially one that's going to cost 5.5 million, because he's going to want to be starting. There you go. Dan said he's also... Yeah, man, he's the top scorer. You can't sell your top scorer, man. It's crazy talk. So yeah, look, and like Jamie's just said in the comments, there are more pressing issues within the squad. First, left back. We need that done because we're really, really light there. We need centre midfielders and we need a creative force. We need a specialist number 10 for me. Let's see what else has been said. We heard late last night, actually, during the game, that Cody Drama could be set for an exit. Not really surprised at that. Obviously, he played against Ipswich at the weekend. Had a bit of a disaster class within that 20-minute spell, was subbed at halftime and then didn't play any part whatsoever last night. At least he was on the bench. He was willing to show that he was there. I've got a feeling that getting leaked probably was his agent. I don't see the club leaking it. He was at the game, as I say. He's probably told his agent, "Look, I'm not playing him on the bench. Right, get me out. Yeah, don't worry, I'll get it out there." Because we know his agent told us he was going Newcastle, he was going Dortmund, and then we seen recently he was going Southampton, he was going West Ham. He will be available. Clubs will be contacting Leeds United. It's just how that works. Will we try and move him on permanently? Clubs may refuse because ultimately Cody's not going to sign a new deal, and his contract, he can sign a pre-contract agreement in January. So it'll be hard to get people to pay for him because they'll just say, "Well, no, we'll just wait. We'll just wait for him." Damas is at left back, Joe. Remember that? Yeah, but he's still not played. Damas, what do you want me to say that he's good? If he was good, he would have got in ahead of Ayling. If he was good, we wouldn't have bought Djed Spence. I don't know what you want me to say. So I don't see anyone paying for him because in January he can sign a pre-contract agreement. So it might well be Leeds loan him, and then he can exit. I just don't see how we can afford to get cash off someone when he can. And he did something similar at Fulham to come to us, right? So we'll have to wait and see. We shall wait and see. There's more reports about Matt O'Reilly having a bid rejected, which we know about. Yeah, we know Luke Thomas hopefully will be on his way into the football club as well. But listen, it's going to be pretty fast paced over the next few hours. The midfielder who I wanted to talk to you about actually before, who is 23-year-old. Let me just share this. This was from Chris Dawkes, who works at ITV. And LUFC Fan Zone have also reported it. So Leeds United are interested in Werder Bremen central midfielder Ilya Gruev. The German side are themselves pushing to sign a player for Di Balotore, but are only able to finance the permanent move if they generate funds by selling Gruev. He's a 23-year-old Bulgarian international who has made 32 appearances in the Bundesliga last season. Now, if we have a look here, big up John Buck, who's mentioned here, 5 players are actually missing from training today at Werder Bremen. And it does say there, Burke and Gruev in talks with other clubs. So maybe that one is a bit further down the line than any of us expected. We know we do move in silence. So Gruev isn't involved with Werder Bremen. And Werder Bremen English Twitter account are saying that he is in talks with other clubs. So that's definitely one to watch. Let's have a look at his numbers on FB Ref just to have a look. I don't know much about him at all. Midfielder, left-footed. Let's have a look. I mean, his numbers don't on the face of it look exciting, but again, we can't always look at stats, can we, to see? But I think what's quite important is look at players that are similar in terms of profile and statistical data to him. Some of the names you've got in there: Boubacar Kamara, Romeo Freuler, who Leeds United have been linked with in the past, Oliver Skip as well, who does bits at Spurs. I know he's lost his place at the minute to Bissouma and Papi Matisar, but Oliver Skip, if you remember his time in the Championship with Norwich, he smashed it. So I wonder if he's playing in a sort of like deep lying role then. Just looking at his looking at his numbers, you would imagine tackles, interceptions, block clearances, aerials. So it may be in the number 6 kind of role. See if I can find something else on him just to find out his actual position. If I go on SofaScore and we look at his heat map, that's probably going to be better to do, isn't it? Just bear with us one sec, folks. Sorry, I should have prepped this, but I was a bit like, oh, we'll wait and see. But then the fact he's been left out of training and they're saying that he's in talks with another club. Yeah, so it looks like he's sort of a deep line midfielder, centre midfielder that can play in the 6, if you like. I'm just trying to find his heat map. Just bear with us 1 minute. Where's the best way for me to look on this? Where's this bloody heat map? That's the Bundesliga. Sorry about this, folks. I'm just trying to find it. Oh, I could just go on the most recent game, couldn't I? Of which he didn't play in. There you go, that's great. He didn't even play. Oh, he came on as a sub. Let's have a look. Show me his bloody heat map. There must be a seasonal one, right? There will be a seasonal one. Sorry about this. It's not, and I'm feeling under pressure. I can't find it. I can't find it. Right, what if I change that to 22, 23? Ah, there we go. I found it, man. I was on this season. They've only played like 2 games, haven't they? If you have a look here, this is his heat map last season. Played a total of 31 times, 18 games started, 51 minutes per match. But you can see there predominantly operates in this area here. A little bit like Ampadu, you could say, anywhere across the midfield. But I do think as well, like we do need a bit of a destroyer, if you like, in front of the defence at times. You can see though, like from his in terms of his goal scoring actions and stuff, that is not his. It's not his wheelhouse. So it looks like more of a deep line midfielder, number 6, if you like, and can play in the centre of the park as well. Just having a look at his terms of tackles per game: 1.4 tackles, 1 possession, 0.3 dribble, pass 0.4. Obviously he's a sub as well, but Werder Bremen are a decent side in the Bundesliga, so one to watch. Anchorman, yeah, I like that. I like that, Anchorman. So yeah, he's a DM, says Mickey MK. So there you go. So that could be one that Leeds United may be further down the road with than we expected, because as has been mentioned on the Werder Bremen English Twitter account, he's not in training. Why is he not in training? Well, he's missing because he's in talks with another football club, and we know that basically Leeds United, that Leeds United are interested in him. LUFC Fanzone just saying as well that Werder Bremen have confirmed that Ilya Gruev has missed training today, as the player is in talks with another club. The club is not named. However, following this morning's report, it is believed to be Leeds United. I did think we might see some more from the Bundesliga. So, yeah, that could be the one, right? That could be the one that we bring in. And in my opinion, I think Daniel Farke's talent ID is really good. We've seen a lot of good players come through Norwich with the help of Stuart Webber, of course. And we know with Nick Hammond and Greta Steinson, we've got a decent setup there. We've already seen that with... They haven't made a bad signing yet. So I think Rodon's been great. Ampadu exceptional. Even Byron, for the short period he was fit, was great. Pirro. We've now got Djed Spence. They're making smart signings. The talent ID is there as well. So yeah, I'm on board with any signing they make. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. Sometimes it's blind faith. Sam said, I've seen a lot of Gruev. Tanaka is far superior. Is Tanaka in the similar sort of mould positionally wise, though, Sam, or is Tanaka further up the pitch? I don't know enough on Tanaka either, mate. But if you've seen both of them play, you'll have to let us know. It looks like Gruev will be more expensive as well. So that's a bit odd, unless it's a different profile. No, I don't know. But even if Caldalo's number 2, it's not a bad signing, is it? He wasn't great last night. Didn't cover himself in glory for sure. So Tanaka is also holding. There you go then. So Jamie thinks he's more of an 8 than a 6, but we'll see. I think, look, perfect end to the window for me, and we've only got, two and a bit days left, is 2 more midfielders, 3 if you count the 10. Yeah, so 3 midfielders, and it could well be 8, 6, 10. 3 more midfielders, a left back, and I think you're done. And we are being linked with, at the minute, predominantly midfielders. Tanaka and Kamara seem the most likely by Friday. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen enough from the Tanaka links, really. Paul says Tanaka is versatile. Joe can play 6-8-10 even. I don't think we'll go for a backup striker, Demar. I don't, mate. Just, and I know people will go mad just because Bamford will be back. Matteo Joseph will be back. Rutter also played there the other day. I think they'll see what they can do till January, and sometimes we have to accept that. If they can get one cheap, amazing. You never know what becomes available on deadline day, but I don't think. I'm not too sure if we'll go out and spend there, but we'll wait and see. What we will wait and see. Anyway, folks, I'll leave it there. I'm going to be out for the most of the day now. I'm taking the kids out, so you won't hear anything from me now until this evening. Okay, but I will be back with the late night Leeds crew this evening. Hopefully, no final word for last night's game. It's just all transfers at the minute, so we're going to be locked and loaded doing that. So yeah. Make sure you join me tonight. Please like this video. Listen, folks, we're closing in on 1 million views for August, which would be some achievement. And I would just implore you to please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit the notification bell so you don't miss that. Basically, we're on 947.8, and that's as of yesterday. So we've got today, Wednesday. Is that it? Yeah, because Friday's 1st of September in it. Actually, we've only got today and tomorrow. Today and tomorrow to clear about 50 odd K views, and we could hit 1 million. So fingers crossed. Just keep viewing the stuff, even if you've watched it before. Just view it again, yeah. But no, listen. Thanks as always for watching. Smash a like on this video on the way out and pay your rent, and I'll see you later on this evening. Okay? Yeah, I will have a nice day. Thank you very much, mate. My son came back from Spain, so I'm excited to see him. He went with his ma. Anyway, I'll stop rambling now. I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Love you all. Bye-bye.